Hey everybody, Katie here with Boho Crochet, and in today's tutorial we are going to be making this wall hanging, curtain, whatever you want to use it for. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm loving all the colors and fringe, and it just consists of making these triangles up here, connecting them together, and then adding lots and lots of fringe. This project, it is going to require you to block your work, so be prepared for that. I know that can be time consuming, but in the end, I think it's all worth it because it's beautiful. So I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the tutorial, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, let's get started. The materials that I'll be using for today's tutorial are a 6mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, and a pair of scissors. And the yarn that I'm going to be using is by Loops and Threads Cotton Cream. 2 skeins of that. I'm also using some of my scrap yarn. It is the Patton's Wool Roving. Each one of these balls is about 2 ounces, so I had some of this left over, and that's what I'm going to be using. And if you like the little yarn labels that I made for them, there is a tutorial on how to do that, and I will put a link in the description box below. Undecided if I'm going to be using this scrap yarn. It is a discontinued yarn, but it's one of my favorites, and I have a little bit left over, so I might be using this, I might not, we'll see. Okay, and the other thing you're gonna need is a dowel rod. I went ahead and stained mine. I got a 4-foot dowel, and I believe the diameter is 5/8. That's what. And then the last thing is I did use a blocking board. I have a video also for this. I did an unboxing. If you want to check that out, see where I got it from, I'll link that below too. So a blocking board or just something to block your work. And then I also used a larger piece of foam insulation for after I connected all my triangles together, just to make sure everything laid flat. So I used this and the insulation to block my work. There was a lot of blocking in this project, so yeah, those are the things that I used. Let's get started. Okay, to start out round 1, we're going to start by making a magic circle. Go ahead and chain up 1. And into the magic circle, we are going to place 9 single crochets. So insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And continue making single crochets until you have a total of 9. Once you have 9 single crochets, go ahead and pull your tail end to close. And we're going to close up this round with a slip stitch. And to start out round 2, we are going to chain up 5. This chain 5 counts as your first double crochet, chain 2. Into the next stitch, we're going to place 1 double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to chain 2. and that's going to be the repeat for round 2. Every stitch will get 1 double crochet followed by a chain 2. Here we are at our last stitch. Go ahead and place 1 double crochet, chain 2, and this chain 5 right here into that 3rd chain, that is where we are going to slip stitch to close. So now to start out round 3, go ahead and slip stitch into the chain space. In each one of the chain spaces, we are going to treble crochet 3 together. And the first one is just a little different. What we're going to do is chain up 3, yarn over twice, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over your hook twice, insert, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. After that, chain 3, and we'll do that again in the next chain space. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Wrap your yarn around twice, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and one more time, wrap your yarn around your hook 2 times, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you have 4 loops remaining, yarn over and pull through all 4. And go ahead and chain 3. And that's going to be the repeat for round 3, treble crochet 3 together, followed by a chain 3. Okay, so we're at the last chain space. Go ahead and get your last treble crochet 3 together done. Followed by a chain 3. And then right here, we are going to slip stitch to close. And then I am going to slip stitch into this chain space. And round 3 is complete. Okay, so for round 4, we are going to transform the circle into a triangle. So in this first chain space, that is where our first corner is going to be. And we are going to chain up 3, yarn over twice, insert your hook, and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this counts as a treble crochet 2 together. Now we're going to chain 3 and into the same chain space we're going to do another treble crochet 2 together. So yarn over twice, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Go ahead and yarn over and pull through all 3. And that right there is the first corner of our triangle. Now we're going to move on to the side. So chain 2, and into this chain space right here, we are going to double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that is a double crochet 2 together. Chain 2, into the same space we are going to half double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And that is your half double crochet 2 together. Now we're going to chain 2, and into this chain space we are going to again half double crochet 2 together, followed by a chain 2, and then double crochet 2 together. So it's like the mirror image of what we did here. So yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 4 loops. Chain 2, and now a double crochet 2 together, pull up a loop, draw through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through all 3, followed by a chain 2. And that's our side. Now right here, we are going to make another corner. So treble crochet 2 together, chain 3, into the same space, treble crochet 2 together. Chain 2. We have 2 of our corners done, 1 of our sides. So in the next 2 chain spaces, it's going to be another side. So we're going to repeat all of this right here. After you repeat that, your 3rd chain space will be another corner. And then your following 2 spaces, again, will be a repeat of this side right here. So go ahead and work that up and we'll meet up at the end. So I finished up the last side of my triangle, chain 2, and then on the top of this treble crochet 2 together, we are just going to join with a slip stitch, and then slip stitch again into the chain space. For the final round, round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are going to place 3 single crochets, chain 2, and into that same space, place 3 more single crochets. And that is our corner. We will be doing the same thing in each one of the corners over here. So along this side, in all of these chain 2 spaces, they will all get 3 single crochets. And here we are back at the corner. 3 single crochets, chain 2, 3 more single crochet. So along from corner to corner, from the chain 2 space to the chain 2 space, you should have a total of 21 stitches. So continue on working around the rest of your triangle. The chain 2 spaces get 3 single crochets, your corners get 3 single crochets, chain 2, 3 single crochet. I am at the last chain space. Go ahead and put your 3 single crochets. And I'm going to cut my yarn and slip stitch to close. Chain up 1 and pull your yarn through. And I went ahead and made a total of 7 triangles. You can make more, you can make less, depending on how big you want your wall hanging to be, but go ahead and continue making more of these, and then we will move on to the corner pieces. So now we're going to move on to make the corner pieces, and I am going to go ahead and walk you through each side because I don't know, they were a little tricky to figure out and to get them right. So let's get started on these. Okay, just like the full-size triangle, we're going to start out by making a magic circle and placing 9 single crochets into the circle. And once you have your 9 single crochets, go ahead and close it up and slip stitch into the first stitch of the round. From here, go ahead and chain up 5, and that counts as your first double crochet plus chain 2 into the next stitch, double crochet, chain 2. The next stitch, we're going to place a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3, chain 2. The next stitch, we're going to place a single crochet, chain 2, and the following stitch will get a double crochet. From here, we're going to chain up 1, and around the post of the double crochet, we're going to place 2 single crochets. And into these 4 remaining single crochets, we are just going to slip stitch into each one of them. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're back to the chain, which acts as our double crochet. Go ahead and place 2 single crochets. From here, we're going to chain up 5, And into this first space, we are going to treble crochet 3 together. Now chain 3 into the next chain space. We are going to double crochet 3 together. So yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, one last time, yarn over, pull through 2. Oh no, I have a knot. Yarn over, pull through all 4. I fixed my knot issue. So after we double crochet 3 together, we're going to chain 3 and into the next space we are going to half double crochet 3 together. So yarn over, drop a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, drop a loop, pull through 2, and yarn over, drop a loop, 5 loops on your hook, draw through all 5 loops, followed by a chain 3, and into our last space right here we are going to single crochet 3 together. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, insert your hook, drop a loop, pull through 1, one last time, pull through all 4 loops, chain 3, and then right here where we chained up 1 from the previous round to make the single crochets along the post, that is where we are going to place 1 treble crochet into that chain. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. So now we are going to chain up 1 and around the post of this treble crochet place 3 single crochets, and into this first single crochet place 1 single crochet, chain 1, skip 1. And now here we are at those 4 slip stitches that we did. Go ahead and single crochet into that first slip stitch, chain 2, and now we're going to skip 2, and into that 4th slip stitch place a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch, and here we are at the chain. Go ahead and place 3 single crochet around that chain. From here we are going to chain up 4 and into this first chain space we are going to double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through all 3. Chain 2, scoot that over a little if you need to, because we're going to do that again in the same chain space. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. Chain 2, and into this space right here, we are going to do a corner. So treble crochet 2 together. Followed by a chain 3 and treble crochet 2 together. Okay, so now chain 2. This next space, we are going to double crochet 2 together. Chain 2, and into the same chain space, we are going to half double crochet 2 together. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 4. Chain 2. The next chain space, we are going to half double crochet 2 together. Chain 2, and into that same space, we're going to single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, draw through 1. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Chain 2, and our last chain space, we are going to single crochet 2 together one last time. Chain 2, and again into this chain 1 where we started the single crochets along here, we are going to place a treble crochet. And that is what your work should look like. Oh, let me move it up. Okay, from this point, we're going to chain up 1, and around this post, place 2 single crochet. And then we are going to single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook around the post, pull up a loop, and into this first single crochet right here, drop a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. The next 3 stitches will each get a single crochet. We are going to place 1 single crochet into this chain space. Now we're at the chain 2, place a single crochet, and then jump over to this chain space and place a single crochet. And in the next 1, 2, 3 stitches, a single crochet. And now on this side, we're going to do what we did over here and single crochet 2 together into the stitch and then around the post, followed by 2 more single crochet. And you should have a total of 15 stitches. Now go ahead and chain up 2, and into this first space right here, place 1 single crochet. The next space will get 3 single crochet, 3 single crochet into the next space, And we're at the corner. Go ahead and place 3. And along this edge, you should have a total of 10 single crochet. So we're at the corner, chain 2, and into the same space, 3 single crochet. All right, along this side, each one of these chain 2 spaces is going to get 3 single crochet along with this space right here for a total of 21 along this edge. We're at the last space, 3 more, followed by a chain 2, and then we are going to slip stitch into this single crochet right here. Okay, and that is what your work should look like. 15 stitches along this side, 10 along here, 21 along here. Okay, let's do the other side. So start with a magic circle with 9 single crochets. And slip stitch to the first stitch of the round. Now we are going to chain up 5, which counts as double crochet, chain 2. Now we're pretty much working everything backwards from what we did this one. So into the first stitch, place a single crochet, chain 2, half double crochet into the next, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and 1 last double crochet. Chain up 1, 2 single crochets. I am going to move through this one a little bit faster. So now we're at the single crochets, 4 slip stitches. And 2 single crochet around the chain. So we are going to chain 4 for our treble, and then chain 3 for our chain space. And into this first one, we are going to single crochet 3 together. Followed by a chain 3, half double crochet 3 together, followed by a chain 3, double crochet 3 together, chain 3, and now we will treble crochet 3 together. Chain up 2 and treble crochet into the chain 1 space. Now chain up 1, and 3 single crochet along the post, single crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into that first slip stitch, chain 2, skip 2, single crochet into that last slip stitch, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, now 3 single crochet around the chain. Now we're going to chain 6, which is a treble plus a chain 2, and into this first space we are going to single crochet 2 together, followed by a chain 2, single crochet 2 together, followed by a chain 2, and into that same space half double crochet 2 together, chain 2, half double crochet 2 together into the next chain space, chain 2, double crochet 2 together into that same space, chain 2. Now we're going to make a corner, so treble crochet 2 together, chain 3, treble crochet 2 together, chain 2, and the next space will be double crochet 2 together, followed by a chain 2, and then one more double crochet 2 together. And now chain 1, treble crochet into that chain up 1 space, and there we go. Now onto the last round, 2 single crochet around the post, and now we're going to single crochet 2 together, first one around the post, next one into the next stitch, followed by 3 single crochet, single crochet into the chain space, and now we are at the chain 2 space, which will get a single crochet, single crochet into the next space, followed by 3 single crochet. Now we are going to single crochet 2 together, and 2 single crochet around the chain. Chain up 2, place 3 single crochet, and each chain 2 space will get 3 single crochet. Here we are at the corner, 3 single crochet, followed by a chain 2, and into the same space, 3 single crochet. Next 2 spaces will each get 3 single crochet, and this last space will get 1, followed by a chain 2, and join with a slip stitch. And there you have the other corner. So now that you have those, this triangle is already blocked. But what we're gonna do is throw everything on the blocking board, and I believe I said this in the beginning, but blocking your work is gonna be very important for this project, so everything lays right. So I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll stitch it all together. So I got everything on here, and if you don't have a blocking board, you could just use, you know, a piece of foam, whatever you like to use to block your work. But the triangle, it measures out to be 8 inches. Let me scoot this over. Measures to be 8 inches by 8 inches. So this side over here for the corner piece is going to be 8 inches, and then right here we have 4 inches. So 8, 4, and then all of these sides are 8. So go ahead and get your work blocked up. If you want, you can spray it down with some water before you put it on. I didn't do that with mine, but you can if you want to. Let it dry, and then we will get all of these attached and make our wall hanging. So now I'm going to show you quickly how to connect these and start with a slip knot. I'm going to go ahead and chain 2, and then you want right sides facing up, and line everything up together. And we're going to start out in the chain 2 space. So go through the first triangle, go through the second, and all you're going to do is single crochet. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, make sure you skip 1 on this side too, into the following stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, skip this one too, and single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet. And that is how we're going to seam them together. So go ahead and continue working that until we get to the point. Okay, so now we are getting close to the point. There are 3 stitches remaining on each side. We chained 1, we're going to skip 1, skip 1 over here, single crochet, chain 1, and now into the chain space of both triangles, single crochet. And now we're going to chain 3. Now your work is connected. Go ahead and flatten it out. And I'm going to grab my other corner piece. Now, if you're adding a bunch of triangles, then keep doing the same thing with the triangles. But for demonstration purposes, So make sure your right side is facing up into the same chain space and into this chain space. Go ahead and single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, skip 1 on this side, and keep working that all the way down. And here we are at the end again, 3 stitches remaining on each side. Single crochet, chain 1, and into the chain space, single crochet. And then we're going to end it with a chain 2. So that is how we're connecting all of our pieces. Like I said, it's just a small demonstration. I have 7 of these all together that I will be connecting, but don't forget at the starting point to start with chain 2, and at your ending point, end with chain 2. And then here up top, it's a chain 3 before you start down the next row. Okay, so for the border, I'm going to be using the blue. And here is our top right corner. And I'm going to tie on into the first stitch after that. Once you do that, go ahead and chain up 1. And each stitch until you get to this corner space over here will get 1 single crochet. Okay, we're at the corner, and this space right here is going to get 2 single crochets. And then we are going to chain 1 and come over here. If you need to bend this green down, go ahead, but we're going to be single crocheting into this stitch. So 1 single crochet, chain 1, and into this next corner over here, we're going to place 2 single crochet. And now every stitch until you get back to another corner is going to get 1 single crochet. So keep working those. Okay, now that we are to the next corner, I will show you one more time. This space right here is going to get 2 single crochet, chain 1, and then underneath the green stitches, we're going to single crochet into there, chain 1, and then move over to the space where we're going to place 2 single crochet. And that's the repeat. Each stitch gets a single crochet until you get to this corner cluster space over here. We are at the other end. In this corner, we are going to place 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochet. And then we are going to single crochet all along this edge. And I'll show you what to do when we get here. All right, so we're at the corner. Place 2 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. We're going to chain 1, skip over this, and into here, place 2 single crochet. And now just work single crochet all the way until you get to the other point. And once you get here, it's just going to be a repeat of what we did on the other side. 2 single crochets, chain 1, 1 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochets. So I'm working my single crochet along here. And If you count, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here I am at this middle point. So keep making your single crochet until you get there, because we need to add an extra stitch in. That way our stitch count will match on both sides. So into the corner, place 2, and then chain 1, and this is the only one we're going to do this to. This point right here, place 2 single crochets. Chain 1, we're at a corner, place 2 more. And then continue on with your single crochets. And here we are at the other end. Into this chain space, place 2 single crochet, chain 1, into this corner here, we're going to single crochet and chain 1. And now we're going to be working up this side, and still in this chain space, 2 single crochet. And each of the remaining stitches will get 1 single crochet. And now that we're at the corner, we are going to place 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 more single crochet into that same space, and we are going to slip stitch to close. Chain up 1, cut your yarn. You just need to sew in those ends, and we got everything connected. And I am going to go ahead and block this again. I have some big pieces of like foam insulation. I don't know, my husband had them in his garage. And I am just going to pin this down. This time I will spray it with water. I want to make sure its shape is the way that I want it to be, nice and rectangular. So I have it on the board, and this measures to be 8.5 inches, and the top of the corner measures to be 4.5 inches. And it's the same over here on the other side, and each triangle from point to point measures to be 8.25 inches. The total height is 8.5, and the total length measures to be 34 inches. So now I'm going to go ahead and spray it down with water, let it sit outside in the sun so it can dry, and then we can move on. All right, go ahead and grab whatever color you're going to use to connect to the dowel rod. And this is really easy. All you do, you want to go in this space right here, not under the white, just the green and blue. And there's 1 wrap, there's 2, I'm going to do it a total of 4 times, 3, and 4, and that's all you do. And then you can wrap these ends through a couple times, tie them again, cut them, secure it however you'd like. And then we're going to do pretty much the same thing in the center of each triangle. So go ahead and locate your center, which is right here. And as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 stitches. I'm going to go into this first stitch. There's my first wrap. I'm going to go into this center stitch twice. And that third stitch right here, wrap that through one time. Again, flip it over and secure it with a knot. So just finish up attaching your work to the dowel rod, weave in the ends, and then we'll put some fringe on. Now we're going to attach the fringe, and it's very simple. I'm holding 2 strands together, and I went ahead and cut my strands at 86 inches. I needed them to be 43 inches long because I am using this to cover a window. So determine how long you want the fringe to be, then double that number because you need to fold it in half. So I'm holding 2 strands together. Go ahead and find the center point of those strands. And then here in the corner, you just pull through. And it might be a little much for this hook. And just grab it with your fingers and pull through. And tighten it up. And there's your first fringe. So here's the first stitch right here after the corner, and that's where I'm gonna put my first green strand. Okay, now I'm going to do another green one in the following stitch. I'm skipping the chain space for now. And now I'm going to go back in, and through that chain space, I am going to put my accent yarn, I guess you could say. And then as far as these ends, just try to hide them as best you can. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I guess we'll just feed it through here. I want that point to line up with my accent color. And then just feed it through the back. Okay, I'm gonna do one more blue one right here, and that's pretty much gonna be how I'm gonna do each point. Get all those ones on, and then the rest of the stitches will get white. All right, just to show you real quick, I am at the point in the chain spaces. I put the green, the stitch next to it, I put the blue. Here's that middle stitch. I'm gonna go up through there and up through the point. Get your yarn, pull it through. And then just tighten it up. So that's how I'm doing the points. Go ahead and finish those up. And like I said, each one of these stitches in between the triangle, I am going to use the same white yarn that I use throughout the rest of the project. All right, so I finished up all of the fringe and I am super happy with how it turned out. I hope that you liked the tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe.